Welcome to another episode of A Minute Till 6. I'm your host, Mark Haynes, and my co-host right here,
Chris Perry. Can't forget about me now.
And we got a special guest today. One of our very own here at ClutchPoints in Los Angeles, LA Clippers reporter, Tomer Azarly.
There you go. You
nailed
the name.
Got it. There
nailed
you
the
go.
name.
Nailed the name.
Got it.
You nailed the name. Okay, here we go.
Appreciate you coming, man.
Yes,
Appreciate you coming.
Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
And so how long you been covering the Clippers?
This is my fourth year now. Fourth year now covering the Clippers. My first year was the final Blake CP years. The year before CP left. My fourth year now, probably the most exciting year.
I bet.
Yeah, it's not even close.
I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I me's been a blast. It's been a blast.
Great.
Yeah, no, we had Clipper Darrell on a few episodes.
I saw that.
And he said the feeling is just different in the arena when you see the Clippers around.
Yeah, there's fans have always been waiting for a good team. They've had good teams, but the Blake, CP, and DJ teams never got it done.
Yeah, it was fun to watch.
It was really fun to watch.
Yeah.
They were arguably must-watch basketball anytime they played.
Right.
But now you have legit championship contenders. You have a guy who's won twice with two different teams, just coming off one right now. I think the trade for Paul George would surprise everyone, even myself.
Right.
Out of nowhere.
And so that elevated you even more to, okay, they're in legit win now mode. Kawhi and PG, two of the best offensive and defensive guys, two-way guys. And then you got a great supporting cast. You got 3-time Sixth Man of the Year winner Lou Williams.
Yep.
Arguably could win his fourth this year.
Yep.
Montrezl Harrell was probably leading for Sixth Man of the Year.
He might
this
steal
year.
it from him, his
Averaging-
teammate.
Yeah, he's averaging like 19, 20 points a game right now.
Right.
And they just got a good veteran group there, and fans are so excited about this because this is the first time ever we could see the Clippers win a title. Like, this is this is crazy for them.
It's not just a
There's
show.
a legit possibility now.
And and think as a fan who's been like, the little brother to the Lakers for so many years.
Yeah.
That's huge. Just a chance.
Yeah.
Just a chance.
Yeah. And Trae, like you said, the numbers he putting up, man, he got to get some All-Star consideration this year.
I think so as well. He's averaging 20 and 7, I want to say.
Yeah.
Off the bench.
That's amazing.
It's funny. I talked to Lou Williams the other day, and I was like, if anyone wins it, like, is Trez that guy? He's like, yeah, Trez. If I don't win it, he's like, Trez better be the guy that wins it. Like, I don't want anyone else to win that. Trez better win that award. And he's just been like a mainstay off the bench. You can count on him for like 18, 20 points a game, 7 rebounds, and energy.
Yeah.
The energy that guy brings,
Trez
especially at home, just like the energy that he brings. They could be down 10, 12. It could be dead in there. Trez will get a putback dunk. The crowd will scream.
Yeah.
Dude, pound the head, do the Darius Miles twice, and then the crowd's back into it. That's it. And it's like
Instant spark.
Yeah, right there. And that's so huge. That's so huge to have a guy like that. They have Pat and they have Trez who can do that. It's a luxury. I will say it's a luxury to have two such energetic guys who are also very skilled.
Right. Okay, then my question, because it's been, speaking of Trez, we talked about him on our last pod. There's been some turmoil, it seems, behind the scenes. Do you sense that? What have you picked up in that sense? Because it seems like there's two groups. There's the old group that was there already that did what they did last year, and then there's the two new guys that are kind of sort of trying to mesh, but they feel like maybe kind of sort of not.
I'll start off by saying I think it was a little overblown.
Okay.
That's what I said.
We started out, like, I was there at the press conference, at the post-game interview where they just lost to the Grizzlies by, I want to say, 26.
Yeah.
They gave up 140 at home. It was embarrassing. They had a couple days off. It was just an embarrassing game.
Right.
PG and Pat didn't play. Patrick Beverley didn't play. But still, you expect to win that game against the Grizzlies.
Right.
Some of the guys left the locker room without talking. Trez stayed. Doc Rivers, by the way, was the most heated I've seen him in a while. Like, we just straight out, we didn't deserve to win. We're not a good team right now. And then Trez post game, gets dressed, takes his time as usual. Really nice guy though. Always open to talking.
Yeah.
He sort of lit into the team, and not in a. I think everyone took it as in like a locker room division way, but it wasn't like a division of the locker room. It's like, hey, we need to get our shit together now.
Right.
Like, we're in January. We said we're going to get this together soon, but we keep saying it's going to take some time. We're in January. We're almost at the All-Star break. We're almost halfway through the season right now.
Right.
Where are we? Kawhi's still missing back-to-back games. So when he's missing those, you can't count on those games to be the ones where you can mesh as well.
Yeah.
And so I think everyone ran with it and was like, "Oh, the locker room's divided. Trez is a locker room cancer. They're gonna get traded." It's like, whoa.
It's not that.
It's not that. It's not that. But you know how everyone runs with something nowadays.
Yeah.
Like I asked him about the vibe of the locker room, and he goes, that might be another problem right now. Like the vibe of the locker room isn't great because we're not together as much. But it wasn't like a locker room division sort of thing, and that's what everyone took it as. And
this guy right here is one of them.
Listen, I'm just going off what was reported to me. Go ahead.
He was a little upset about the way it was taken.
It was portrayed,
I think he felt like the past 2 games he hasn't really talked. He's been a little upset about the way it's been taken, and I don't blame him. But also, I don't think it was taken out of context. I just think people on Twitter and Instagram like to talk and make it a bigger deal than it is.
For me, it was just more. I got an understanding.
I want to hear this. Yeah,
I got an understanding that it was like. Again, there's no practice time. In the season, you don't really practice that often,
right,
you know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
So they missed the practice time to begin with coming into it. And so now you got he's out of game and he's out of game and Beverly's out right now and then Shaman's out. And so it's like, when can we actually get it together? And I said that. I said, I just feel like it's too many moving pieces, not enough time together. And so that's the real division I was thinking of, not like we don't want them here type of division or something like that.
That's the vibe I got from you. I thought it was more of a.
Sorry for the misunderstanding.
We might have to go look at that clip again, but I thought it was more of a, the old. Matter of fact, you started off today. You said the old guys and the new team and all
because the new guys have to mesh with what was already there. They already won 50 games last year. 50?
Last year they won 47.
47 games last year with what they had. Now you got these 2 new people coming in, and they're having problems meshing the 2. Not as though it's
problems or
it's not. It's the product is not.
I don't think
what
it's supposed
to be yet.
Too. I just think. Look, Paul George has missed. Paul George has missed. This is going to be his 14th missed game today.
Okay.
Kawhi has missed 12.
Yeah.
Landry Shamet, who was 4th in the all-time rookie leaderboard in 3-point shooting.
Yeah.
Ahead of Steph Curry, behind I think it was Luka and Damian Lillard. Someone else. He's missed 17. Rodney Magruder, not a big name guy, but he'll do the dirty work. He'll get you deflections. He'll play solid defense.
Correct.
He's missed about, I want to say, 12 games with a hamstring injury. He missed all of training camp. Pat's missed another 5.
So if everybody's not playing, that means they're having trouble being able to mesh, right?
No, that means
I think they're frustrated that they're not able to be on the court at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't think they're having trouble meshing. I think they're frustrated that they aren't able to get on the court. And you see, I think everyone would wish that even if Kawhi can't play this game, they can still take care of the Grizzlies. Or if they can't get Paul this game, they can still take care of the Knicks. And right now, that's not the case.
Right.
They aren't good enough to be able to take care of teams right now. Maybe they
will
be
the Lakers
down the lane.
when they last night they lose and they're missing AD and LeBron
or Danny Green, by the way,
and DG, and they still pull it out.
They handled
that
it.
was impressive.
They were up 30 most of the game, 20 plus most of the game.
Now that goes to talking about we talk about depth or whatever. Like the Lakers are a really good team, and not to say the Lakers would make the playoffs or anything like that without LeBron and AD.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
Little ludicrous,
yeah. But they're a really good team, especially with LeBron and AD on the court. And like you say, the Clippers should be able to go out there and with no PG or I don't remember PG or Kawhi and go beat the Memphis Grizzlies. And who Lakers just beat the Thunder, right? The Thunder last night. The Thunder, they've been rolling.
Yeah.
Thunder just beat the Rockets in Russell Westbrook's return.
Yeah.
The other night on Thursday.
They made a joke of them.
I think it was overblown. That whole Trez thing was overblown. There's no locker room issues.
Yeah.
The thing, everyone in the locker room knew what Trez meant. I talked to Lou about it. We talked to Kawhi about it. They knew what he meant. They didn't take it as anything bad.
And that was my real concern or question. I'm like, was it taken out of context or was it
within the locker room?
The locker room they understood.
No, everyone understood what he meant. It's just we're frustrated that we're not getting the wins we're supposed to. We're not playing with the effort and energy we're supposed to. Trez was saying we can't expect to come in and beat teams. You can't just walk in and be like, all right, we're going to beat the Grizzlies because it's the Grizzlies.
Right.
Or we're going to beat the Knicks because it's the Knicks. You can't do that.
140 points. points.
You can't do that.
That was what was bad.
They gave up 132 to the Knicks the next night, and they won.
Won by what, 2 or 3?
They won by 3. Yeah. So they gave up 272 points to like lottery teams in a weekend. Like that's not going to get it done. So that's what, you understand the frustration.
Right.
So you only hope that they can start picking it up as the season goes on, as the All-Star break grows near. So we'll see.
I think they will. Like I said, I think they're definitely championship contenders. Yeah. Unlike this guy right here.
Whoa. What?
Yeah.
You don't think they're championship contenders?
Get them.
Their roster is a championship contending roster. I said, as they stand, they're not a championship team right now.
As they stand in what way?
Yeah,
right now,
we're not in June.
The team. Come on, we going back to old. I said this in the last podcast. I said, as they are right now, they're not a championship contending team. But I understand that they have time to get it together. So I said, if they don't change over the last course of the second half of the season, I don't see them going anywhere.
That's fair.
And that's a fair and valid statement.
That's fair. But this team, from the moment it was constructed, was thinking about April, May, and June.
Correct.
Not thinking about January. You sort of have to get through those. Same with LeBron and the Lakers.
Yeah, but
LeBron had something to prove coming off last year a bit.
He has
AD
had something to prove, but their
team
has gelled way faster and way easier than what is going on.
They have. Credit Frank Vogel for that.
Yes,
definitely.
But the Clippers are focused on April, May, and June. Like, I would not be surprised if they, I don't want to say limp into the playoffs, but like don't get it fully together, and then, Kawhi takes over. Paul George takes over. I wouldn't be surprised because this team is built for the playoffs.
Yeah.
And that's when there's no back-to-backs.
Yeah.
You can focus on one team. Doc Rivers, championship coach, can lock in on one team. You saw what he did last year with the Warriors.
Right.
Took out some of their weaknesses. And then you're just able to lock in on one team, game plan around that team for 7 games with the arguably two best two-way players, the best player in the game arguably. I think I agree with you that they're not in a good place right now.
Right.
But this team was not built for January, February, March. They're built for April, May, and June.
I still think if they just limp their way into it and try to find it during the playoffs, they're still not going to win a championship.
I might agree with you on that. I might agree.
And that was my point.
But
it will change.
But it will, I'm not saying it can't. I'm not saying it can't. I'm saying, they have the rest of the season to get it together. But if not much changes, or they, are barely trying to figure it out still, and they go into the playoffs like, oh, we got Kawhi and PG, and they'll just take over for us.
A lot of ifs.
That's not a championship.
Yeah, no, that's not the mentality this team has. They know they have to fix it. They know they have to fix it.
Tomir, are you not only just a reporter? Do you preach too? Are you a preacher? Because man, you preaching to this guy right now, man.
Preaching to me.
I feel like I don't even have to be here today. I could have took today off and
it's normal.
Let you handle this
not
guy.
Preaching to me. We were saying the same thing in different terminology. It's fine with me.
Yeah, I guess we understand it differently. That's cool. But yeah, like let's move on to the other Laker team in a not the Laker team necessarily, because I'll be disrespectful by calling LeBron the Laker team because we got AD, but ClutchPoints, Clutch Sports, is over there doing their thing, and this week LeBron passed Michael Jordan on the all-time field goals made list.
Already? Jeez.
Okay.
Exactly my. Okay. Oh, why? See, this is why I got. This is the problem I got with you, original Laker fans. You're just so disrespectful. It's like already.
It's disrespect. How's it disrespect? I just
already?
said okay. I'm waiting, trying to see where your point. It is amazing. Where are you going with this? Where's your point?
Okay, yeah, where I'm going with this.
That's why I'm like, okay, I'm waiting for what's next. Let's go.
I'm gonna get there. Don't you worry. But my question to you, Tomir, he's not even here right now, but. Jeez, he just passed him on the all-time field goals made list, and he's going to pass Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Sorry, original Laker fans, but it's gonna happen. And he's doing it he did it on I think it was 300 or 200 to 300 fewer shots than Michael Jordan, and he's gonna do it by like 1,000 shots to Kobe.
Yeah.
So would it be safe to say that LeBron James is technically a better scorer than Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant?
No.
It's no way. There's no way you can say both.
Yes, I can.
Kobe and Jordan are better scorers than LeBron. You could maybe make an argument for Jordan.
No.
He did it with playoffs too.
I'm waiting for my man Tomir, but playing basketball you being a scorer is a skill. LeBron's game set has always been driving to the hoop. His percentages are always going to be higher because he's always his layups, dunks, and all that. Now, in the second half of his career, this back end, he's shooting more jumpers and stuff. But his entire career has been predicated on getting to the rim, right or wrong.
But he shoots the
right
three.
Or wrong.
That's a part of his game.
That's been his game for the first half of his career.
But he's also shot more 3-pointers, and he's made it at a higher percentage than Jordan and Kobe.
He's made more threes than Kobe.
He's going to. He might have passed him.
Kobe's up there on the 3-point made list.
He's gonna pass him for sure. He's shooting at a higher. Percentage.
It's possible. Yeah, it's very possible.
In that case,
but to say like he's a better scorer than Kobe or Jordan when their whole careers was mid range. Their whole careers was shooting. So yeah, Kobe shot more shots than him because he's shooting jumpers and not layups and dunks. So I can't say lining up. You ask any NBA player at this time, and I've seen him say it multiple times, it was harder to guard Kobe or Jordan than it is to guard LeBron.
You know let's
these are NBA players saying this. It is harder to guard Kobe because his package was so much. There's so many different ways he could beat you mentally and physically just on the court. There were so many different ways that he could beat you offensively. Where LeBron is more limited. He scores. He's 6'8", the monster. Get to the tank. He's just get straight to the rack. But
so it's easier to let him score.
Let him score. But
I don't think it's fair to say he's a better scorer than LeBron or Kobe than Kobe or Jordan. Because Kobe and Jordan had the footwork, the offensive skill set, where LeBron was a physical specimen who, for the early part of his career, bullied his way to the basket. He could hit the jumper, not as consistent as he does now. But I don't think you can say he's a better scorer. I think his physical, his body and his style of play has allowed him to. It's created more scoring opportunities for him because you have to play him for the pass as well.
Right.
Sometimes guys don't help. Or guys do help. He creates so many matchup problems, whereas Kobe and Jordan were legit scorers. They had the footwork down. They studied opponents' tendencies. They knew what worked best for them. I just don't think it's fair to say that LeBron's a better scorer than them.
But he's definitely.
But he's a freak. He's going to pass them both for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. I don't think I can say he's a better scorer.
See, because this is what I would say to that. We talk about the package that Kobe and Jordan, the footwork and everything like that. Then we got this guy in the league today also, in James Harden, who technically nobody, Jordan, Kobe, KD, anybody has a package even close to this guy. This guy has every move down, every bit of footwork down, plus his own package, but it doesn't necessarily equal him to putting the ball in the basket especially at a higher percentage. Like he's averaging 38 right now.
Yeah, and everybody will say, "Oh, he's the most craziest scorer I ever seen in my life." He has an amazing package. This is agreed. But his percentages are trash.
I don't know. Let's not get close to that because his percentages is close to Kobe. It's close to Kobe.
Well, I will say this: James Harden is taking a lot of threes now, whereas Kobe's was a lot of mid-range stuff. Yeah, but I think James Harden is taking fewer unfavorable percentage shots, where he's taking contested threes, step back threes,
just to put them up.
Shots like that. I also think the game is called a lot more tightly now, where Kobe could people could be physical with Kobe and Kobe wouldn't get the call, whereas Harden now just throws his arms between two guys and just goes like this and gets a foul call.
Yeah.
And we saw he shot 23 free throws against the Hawks or whatever it was.
The Hawks, he shot 23 free throws. Record, I mean, but that's been kind of an average for the season. He's been shooting like 20 to 25 free throws a night.
It's like 9 or 10, I think.
Yeah. He's not
23 a night
on all the games where he's putting up
monster
big numbers. It's 20, 25 free throws.
You know what's weird is after they had that the game with the Spurs where he dunked and the ball went in and out and back in or whatever it was. He didn't get many calls after that. He shot like 5 free throws or 4 free throws a game for the next week. It was weird.
And he was only scoring like 20 points, 22, things like that. But then, like I said, his big nights.
I think he had good scoring games around that. I think he was scoring like 37, 38 just on 4 or 5 free throws. Like that was he had a really good week. He had a really good week.
There was a couple games that I pointed out to him.
Right now,
talking about right now?
He had
right now
17.
He's struggling to shoot, and he's shooting a bunch of free throws.
In a bunch, it's all free throws.
My guy Nicky knows I'm not a big Harden fan with the style of play. I don't believe that's winning basketball.
I don't believe
he's the most gifted individual offensive player right now. He's incredible. His package is incredible. Don't think you can win playing that way though.
No.
Don't think you can win playing that way.
Definitely can't.
The proof is in the numbers. It's just never happened. It's never happened.
And the way they play him, he just gets gassed. They play him 37 minutes a night for 81, 82 games. He gets gassed.
And that happened to LeBron earlier in his career. It happened to KD early in his career. When you play him long minutes throughout when you get to the playoffs it seemed like around the second round, they hit a wall, and all of a sudden they can't shoot. They can't make a jump shot. All the things they've been doing all year so well, it stops. And it's just
in
too
season
much.
basketball,
But back to the James Harden package and Kobe Bryant package. I don't believe James Harden is a better scorer than Kobe. But to go, that's what I say. In order to say Kobe,
I don't think James Harden's a better scorer either. No.
In order to say Kobe is a better scorer than LeBron because of the package, you would have to say James Harden is better than Kobe. Because there's no way LeBron is going to, y'all hear me, LeBron is going to pass this man in the all-time scoring list and the field goals made list on like 1,000 fewer shots. 1,000.
Because he's taking higher percentage.
He's taking higher percentage shots. That's what I'm saying.
So for me, scoring is how many times can you put the ball in the bucket? It's been plenty of guys with amazing handles, amazing footwork, but they can't put the ball in the bucket. Kobe's not that guy, but he can't put the ball in the bucket the way LeBron does. Maybe it is because of his size.
Yeah, he's like I said, nobody has ever played in the NBA that was built like LeBron James. He literally could have played.
He was the first of his kind.
He literally could have played
He's made to be the best.
No, he's just a physical freak that cannot be. It's the same thing. Shaq was a physical freak. Nobody could stop. Nobody ever seen somebody that big, 7'1", 300 whatever pounds, and could move like him. He was just unstoppable. LeBron is an unstoppable force.
There's a case for both, though. LeBron's body and the style of play has made him an incredible scorer. Yeah, and I think since his Miami days, he's really ramped up the jump shooting.
Yeah,
I think he had
Miami, which is something that always happens as your career progresses. You can't.
Yeah, but we're talking 9 years now.
Yeah,
he's been a solid shooter. Yeah, you can't just leave him open.
Yeah, that first half of his career though, their defensive tactic was, we're going to stand from the free throw line down and let you shoot.
The San Antonio series in the finals, they were like,
Boston, same thing. Go ahead, shoot. It's okay because we already know. We'll take our chances with that.
You know what the greats do? They get better.
That's what he did. He's progressed.
He might be he might be 38 soon in a few years, getting better still in a different way. This guy's just he's really Superman out there right now.
No, nobody's discrediting what LeBron has done or what he can do.
So when he shatters, like I said, Kobe by 1,000 fewer shots.
Okay, so by your standards, that means Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is a better scorer than any of these guys, right?
We're going to prove this
by that standard.
We're going to prove this right here.
Because what you're saying is just because he's put the points together.
Let's go here.
Yeah, turn the hat around and everything.
I had to turn it back. I had to turn it back because we just got serious. Who's a better 3-point shooter? Kobe Bryant or LeBron James or Michael Jordan? Who's the best 3-point shooter?
I mean, for you to bring up this point, that means you already know that LeBron has a higher percentage or something.
But I know.
That's fine.
Who has a better? Just say it. That's the problem with Kobe Bryant fans. Y'all can't say it.
This is not a Kobe or LeBron thing.
This conversation is a Kobe or LeBron thing.
It's personal for you.
Answer the question.
It's personal for you because you're a LeBron fan.
Answer the question.
I don't care. It's personal for you.
Now answer the question.
If LeBron has a higher percentage clip, then good. Kobe still has made more threes. Either way it goes, he's a prolific scorer. LeBron is a great scorer. Kobe is a great scorer. I mean, I don't understand what the point is.
It depends on how you look at it.
Yeah.
Like, are you looking at Kobe's, body of work and the way he got his points?
He was a tactician.
Or are you looking at just LeBron's total points, compared to his age and where Kobe was at that point? Because they're both really talented scorers. It's just a matter of LeBron's passing has made him an incredible scorer as well. He's improved his jump shot. He's not, it wasn't Kobe's footwork. It wasn't Kobe's different body of work on that end. I don't think so. It's just two different types of great scorers.
Let him stand.
His passing. I like. Hold on. Ask me this real quick, but before I'm gonna get back to that point.
Feel a fanboy off Mark.
Yeah,
fanboy off Mark today.
This is
I can't prepare.
All hell LeBron day right here. Hey. He just wanted to just come in and
man,
feed LeBron.
You gotta give just due when it's due, man. You gotta give it.
Nobody's.
But if you ask me who's a better free throw shooter, LeBron or Kobe, you know who I say? Kobe Bryant. It's not a hard question. It's just
Kobe
facts,
got him. Kobe got him beat.
Who else? Michael Jordan and a whole plethora of other people who should. LeBron's horrible at free throws.
This is facts.
It's
something you can't argue.
I might give him a run for his money. I wouldn't because I would lose. But anyways, back to it's so hard for you Kobe fans to just say, all right, you know what? LeBron does do that better.
Wait, Chris, is Kobe still better than LeBron? Oh my goodness!
No, LeBron.
Look how long it took.
Can I not think about my answer here?
No, you cannot.
Okay.
You want me to just answer off the cuff? Okay.
Yes.
So, LeBron is better than him all around. Statistically, he's better than him. It's not a question. Right. He has more rebounds, more assists. Statistically, he's better than him.
He's a better. No, is LeBron a better overall player than LeBron?
Why can't it just be yes or no?
He has to be, yeah.
All right, there you go.
He has to be because LeBron's style of play makes everybody better around him. Kobe was a scorer. Like Kobe came to kill you every game. That was it.
And speaking
of that,
this is what I'm saying. I'm a Laker fan. I've been a Laker fan my whole life. Kobe played for the Lakers. Okay, so of course I loved Kobe, but I'm not delusional or crazy or something. This guy is LeBron. That's delusional.
I would have said LeBron's a better free throw shooter.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I'm never gonna discredit anything like that. LeBron is a better. I mean, the stats are there. He's rebound. He does everything.
Yeah,
he does everything, and then his style of play is make everybody better.
I'm gonna give Mark a chance too.
Yeah, Gary Payton. I'm going back a few years.
GP,
the great Gary Payton, the glove. He told a story. Somebody asked him who is the hardest person, to defend in his career, and if my mind serves me correctly, I'm pretty sure he said John Stockton, not Michael Jordan. Even though he played against both, he guarded both.
I remember that.
And he said. He's like Michael Jordan, which this fits for Kobe and LeBron. And this is what makes LeBron such a great scorer. Is because, like you say, he could do everything. He could facilitate. He get an assist. He could play off the ball, on the ball. He was like John Stockton, he was like with Jordan, you knew Jordan was going to shoot. That's his thing. He's a gunner.
Yeah.
So I knew what I had to do with him. He was like John Stockton. I didn't know. Like, is he passing it to Malone? Is he go shoot it because he could knock down threes? Like, he could really score?
Shooter,
he's a great shooter. He was like, so I couldn't mentally prepare to defend this guy. LeBron is that same thing. And, like, when I say he's the best scorer, I mean it in that sense because, Kobe got more moves. Jordan uses more moves. James Harden uses more footwork and technique and stuff. But LeBron, with his ability to pass and spread the floor, and that, his ability to pass opens the floor up for him. And it makes it a lot easier to score. So, it's not just the one-on-one defender. It's the entire team.
Yeah, it's a team defense.
That changes just because this man has the ball.
I'm still not understanding. Okay.
That's what makes him a better scorer.
And that's your point of view.
No, it's not my point of view. It's Gary Payton's point of view, too.
Not Gary Payton's point of view. Gary Payton's point of view was John Stockton was harder to stick. You just tried to make one whole thing. It's okay.
I think we're going to get Gary Payton on here, and I think he'll tell you that. I think he'll tell you.
We can talk to GP about it.
That he's a better scorer than Kobe.
We can talk to GP about it. Go ahead. Tomira said he was going to give you a chance at something real quick.
Okay. Coming off this past postseason. So, because we gave Chris some shit, I just want to sit on you.
Yeah. Let's come. Let's bring it.
Who had the better? Who was the better player? Let's say who was the best player coming off this postseason? Kawhi or LeBron coming into this year?
Kawhi,
easily.
Yeah.
The best player in the NBA too, though.
Best player in the,
after that postseason run.
Well, I don't say that off the postseason run. I say it off of because LeBron was hurt. So if we look before the injury, LeBron didn't make the postseason. So if we look before the injury, I would have said LeBron was still better at that point. I think majority, nobody talked about Kawhi until that playoff run, because nobody believed during the season that the Raptors was going to win it.
Kawhi was solid throughout the season, but it wasn't to that level.
He was Kawhi, but at that point, where LeBron was playing before Christmas Day, I think majority of people still would have said LeBron. But after what, I'll even go as far to say this on record. Right now, from what we see, and this goes to the back to the Clippers being championship contenders. Right now, what we see on the court right now today, Kawhi Leonard is better than LeBron James. Right now, you see him head to head. Kawhi done beat him twice. He put up better numbers. But when it comes to the playoffs, I think it's gonna be a totally different animal. I seen LeBron lose.
Different animal from LeBron?
From LeBron. Yeah, I think LeBron is going to show everybody that he gonna show me I'm wrong. I'm better than Kawhi right now. But if you have to pick who you going with right now, what you got to go with is Kawhi.
I agree with that.
I'm a realist.
The only thing I'll say is this. There was a lot made up going into that Christmas Day matchup. Opening day matchup, too.
Yeah.
No PG. Kawhi took over that game. I think he had 12 in the fourth. They won. Held AD and LeBron to 2 points, I want to say, in that fourth quarter. Regular season or not, that can't happen. Regular season or playoffs.
Yeah.
Christmas Day game, a lot made up into that. Both teams had 3 days off.
Yeah.
PG was back.
Yeah.
And Kawhi stole the show again.
Right.
Yeah.
LeBron's the guy. LeBron's the reason I got into basketball. I loved watching him. One of my favorite players, probably still my favorite player. But man, some of the excuses I wanted to groin injury after he did get hit. He did get hit, but it was weird. It was groin injury, and then it disappeared. It was he might miss multiple games, and then it was all right, now it's gone. I don't like some of the narratives building around LeBron. He is older. He did get hit.
Yeah.
I get it. I just don't think you need all that extra stuff in there. He could do without that stuff.
I'll say this as a LeBron fan. I rock with LeBron heavy.
Yeah.
But I will
Very
say
heavy,
this:
yeah.
LeBron, he makes it hard on us sometimes. He makes us hard on us, especially the beginning Cleveland years or whatever, where he's, physically everybody see how dominant he is and can be, and then it's something happens or the team, or he says something, and then it's damn, now I gotta argue with this guy about, LeBron saying this or sitting out this game. And I'm damn, LeBron, come on, man, just help me out during the season. LeBron, but I think he learned, just like we talked about last pod with Kawhi sitting out games. Like you said, it's about April, May, and June.
Yeah.
I think when LeBron went to Miami, he understood and learned that it is about April, May, and June. It's not about the season. And if you look at the media, whoever wins the NBA Finals, whoever wins Finals MVP, that person is the best player on the planet every single year.
With the exception of 2015, but sure.
Yeah, exactly. Except for that year. But every other year, the Finals MVP is the best player on the planet. So if LeBron loses, if they get swept by the Clippers this year in the season, and then they win the NBA Finals, LeBron wins the Finals MVP.
No, he's the best player, and everyone forgets about the regular season.
Exactly. Nobody cares about nothing.
Yeah.
I've talked to Rich before, and they know that's the case. They know the narrative of the media.
I'm sure.
You played for the championship. Yeah. That's it.
So if he wins that, this whole conversation, goes away. It doesn't even matter. But right now, I think Kawhi is better. Right now, I think finally, somebody has topped LeBron. I think at this moment.
I think they win the championship. The MVP gonna be AD anyways.
Mm-hmm. If that happens, then LeBron is still probably gonna be. He might get judged a little fairly, but all I know is whoever wins that Finals MVP is the best player in the league.
Yeah,
that tends to be true. I just wonder when it comes down to it, in a 7-game series, top tier talent, it's the Lakers, no question.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron and AD are the best duo maybe ever, like compared to Kobe and Shaq. I don't know, Scottie Pippen and Jordan, but their depth, I don't know if you can rely on that. Like, can you rely on Rondo to have good games every single time? Can you rely on Danny Green to hit 6 threes?
Playoff Rondo's the last night watching Rondo.
If anyone knows Rajon Rondo, it's Doc Rivers.
Correct.
That's true.
Last night watching him though, without AD, without LeBron, I watched him be a floor general again.
Because he has freedom. He has freedom to do what he wants. There's no star. The offense was his to run with.
Yeah.
Kuzma made some shots. Guys made Kuzma spot threes, and it was his show to run. But when LeBron and AD are there, like, I don't know. I think he can be good, but he hasn't been good for parts of the year. I don't know how well Kuzma fits in. Again, he's a shot chucker. I don't know how well he fits in with LeBron and AD together because he hasn't played well. He's been injured. He's missed training camp. I get it. But, time is of the essence. Just like the Clippers. If you can't figure it out, the Lakers maybe have to make a move. I don't think they should make a move. I think they should keep him.
Right.
I think he's a young guy. You can't get the same talent for the $2 million that he's making.
Yeah, that's the
you
problem.
Can't get the same talent and skill level back.
Yeah.
But does he fit this team well? I don't know. Like, I think the Clippers, this is why I would have the Clippers, and this is not a bias thing. It's just they're after what we saw last year from Pat, Lou, Trez, JaMychal in the playoffs, and then you just add Kawhi and PG to that. It's taking some time, but they fit together really well. They should fit together really well anyways.
Yes.
Especially coming to the playoffs when obviously we know the game slows down a bit. It's more half court. Kawhi's a half court guy.
Yeah.
He's not a transition guy. The Lakers are more of a transition team, I would say.
Yeah.
They can score in the half court. No, not saying
problem,
they can't. But the Clippers are a half court team. They want to sort of muck up the game, make it a defensive battle. And so I don't know. I mean, we'll see. But so far it's 2-0 Clippers. It's regular season. But we'll see. I just think the Clippers, when it's all said and done, their vet core, their group, will be more fit to win the title than the Lakers. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I could be very wrong. The LeBron and AD could be enough. They can go for 35 each game and win it for them.
Yeah,
because
it's very possible.
Yeah,
40.
Like LeBron and Kyrie
it's
did.
possible. Yeah.
yeah.
That was that was one of the greatest performances ever. By the way,
ridiculous. But like you said about the Lakers making a move and Kyle Kuzma not fitting. And one thing out there right now is the Kings and the Lakers.
Bogdanovich.
Not Bogey. Hold on, I got it. Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich.
Yeah, it's Bogdan twice. Just end Ovich at the end. So Bogdanovich.
It is Bogdanovich.
Yeah, just move on.
All that matters is that he got my name right. So
yeah, he got it right. So Bogey is out there for a Kyle Kuzma trade.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that's something that the Lakers should pursue? I know the Sacramento Kings obviously contractually they have to.
The Lakers should pursue it 100%. I don't think the Kings are even gonna look their way because they'd lose that trade easily. Bogdanovich is a better player in my opinion. He's a better player for what the Lakers need
right now
because they're missing a playmaker.
Because they need that playmaker. They need that ball handler, and Bogdanovich is like the backup point guard / shooting guard.
It'll be a right now move.
6'6". Yeah. Not a great defender, but the Lakers have been like a team defense team with LeBron, with AD, JaVale and Dwight. They've been dominating side. So
block party.
So I think when you look at their fit, like Kuzma's just a shot chucker right now.
Right now,
he comes off as just a shot chucker right now.
I wouldn't. I can't give Kuzma up. Not right now. He's 24. I'm not trading him for Bogey. That's 28.
In my opinion, you shouldn't trade him.
It's Bogdanovich.
Yeah,
I know how to say his name. I'm not trading him for him at 28 years old because to me, it's a right now move. But their numbers this year are identical across the board. So I'm not getting better.
Numbers are kind of skewed though. The Kings are in a weird place. They're not.
You
they're
can call it both ways.
Their offense is weird. They're trying to figure out how it works. He's been dealing with injuries, so I think if you were to, I mean, it's hypothetical, so you can't know.
Right.
But if you were to hypothetically place Bogdan next to LeBron and AD with Kuzma there, I think because you have Danny Green, you could probably find another shooter on the buyout market. you could look to do that, I think. I don't think they should. They could also just look for a buyout market guy like Jeff Teague, Darren Collison as a free agent. Those guys could be solid playmakers who can hit an open shot. But if you were talking about that trade hypothetically, I mean, I think Bogdan's a better player. He's older, and it's a win-now move.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do it if I'm the Lakers because it's hard to match Kuzma's thing. But again, it might lead to, do they pay him?
I think Kuzma's numbers are, you can make an argument that his numbers are off because when he came back, he shot so poorly and he was trying to find his way back into the rotation. Now he's actually his numbers are kind of leveling out. So they're both identical.
Their styles. Their
styles are different. That's it. So, but for me, long term, I need to keep Kuz. LeBron has 2 years left.
The thing about that is, not to cut you off, but just contractually, what are you giving Kuzma in 2 years? Because are you paying Kuzma to be your third best player?
And long term, is he going to turn into a franchise?
Are you paying Kuzma $15 million? Are you paying him $15 million to be your third best player?
I'm taking it in 2 years. I'm taking it because LeBron's leaving.
So you want Kuzma?
And so I'll have Kuzma.
So you're paying Kuzma to be your second best player?
Yeah.
I don't know.
AD's gonna be number one,
but I don't know if he's good enough to be your second best player.
Yeah, you gotta do better than that.
That's the thing.
You always talk about
you
Lakers
might do like a sign
now.
and trade thing, but I don't know if he's good enough to be your second best. Maybe in 2 years he will be. I don't know. I don't think he's good enough.
When he doesn't have to have LeBron running the show or LeBron, bringing up the ball. Basically, LeBron has the ball the whole game right now. We understand this, but when that's not the case, Kuzma is putting up crazy numbers, as we seen last night.
Because he had somebody giving him the ball, which was Rondo.
You can have any point guard. What I'm saying is, as if I'm looking for him to be my second scorer, then yes, he's going to do that. He showed that last year.
I don't think we've seen a sample size big enough to say that he could be your second best player.
Oh, what we have seen is no matter what time or what situation he's in the game, he get the ball, he's shooting.
He's gonna shoot. He's gonna score.
He's a shot chucker.
Shoot. Nah, Kobe's doing the same thing.
Nah, Kobe is a playmaker. He could create his own shot. He could do it all. He could do it all. This is not Kyle Kuzma, and I don't think that's Kyle Kuzma in the future. Kyle Kuzma is more of,
but you don't know.
He's more of his offensive game is similar to like a Klay Thompson, which he shoots nowhere near as good as Klay. Yeah. He's not dribbling a lot. It's literally
not the same.
He's catching that thing and getting rid of it.
Pulling up right away.
Yeah, Klay catch and shoot.
You can't find me a highlight where he crosses somebody up or he's
driving to the rack now. He's doing all that.
They're NBA players. They all could drive to the rack.
I mean, so what more do you want from him? You want him to be a dribbler? You want him to?
I want Bogey can do that. He's a playmaker.
For how long?
We did this last week where we predicted that Zion ain't gonna be this and ain't gonna be that. We don't know they timetable.
I can trade for Bogdanovich as a win now move. We'll probably win this year.
Ain't that what Lakers in? Win now?
It's always win now. It's always. But
so why are we talking about the future?
But at the same token, what next? Like we don't have draft picks.
No, you're picking either we win now.
Yeah.
When because you cannot waste a LeBron year. You can't waste a LeBron year.
And that's what I'm saying. It's all about LeBron. But right now we're already number one in the West. We have the best record. It's not broke. I'm not understanding why we're changing this up.
Yeah, and this probably not gonna happen.
I think you can always improve your team. There's always something you can do better.
I would make improvements around the edges. Doesn't mean you can't. I wouldn't trade Kuzma.
Yeah, which is why I'm saying buyout market guys or free agents. You can get a Collison or a Jeff Teague off the market or I still think Iguodala will get traded. I don't think he'll end up being bought out. Memphis gains nothing from buying him out. They're going to trade him.
I feel
I really feel bad for that man.
I don't even think I think he's in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
I don't even think he's in Memphis. He's
in the Bay Area.
He's like working out, but he's chilling for the most part.
But it's just like
they send him home. I think
let the man free.
It's unfair when you're a veteran like that, and you get sent to a situation.
So here's where I disagree. You're getting paid $17 million. Mm-hmm. You signed as part of the deal, and you got
money.
traded. It's not like you're not getting paid. This guy's getting paid to sit at home and read books and tweet and work out.
Right.
So, like from that aspect, I understand. I think it's best interest in both sides that he's not playing. I still think you could be out there mentoring guys like Ja Morant, Jaren Jackson
the team
Jr.
sent him away.
I think it was mutual. I don't think it was.
Yeah,
it was like that.
Yeah, because he didn't want to play for him. He made some comments.
Right, but all I'm saying is you could be a professional. You're making $17 million this year. You sign that deal. You could be a professional. Show up there and help just mentor some of the guys. Maybe it was offered and they said no. If that's the case, then that's whatever. We can't do anything about that.
We both know I'm not going to play here. You know, I don't want to play here. You guys are looking to trade me. I'm not here to help the team. I'm out.
Yeah. No, I see that point of view too. I see that point of view too.
But I see yours too. I'm like, you know, there are some people that's like, hey, look, for the game itself, I'm gonna be here. You know what I'm saying?
I thought it'd be great for a guy like once he got traded there, I'm like, all right, he won't play, but Sean Moran gets Iguodala. Yeah. Like Jaren Jackson, some of these guys get Iguodala, like playoff experience, just experience alone, some of the conversations.
It's just one of them weird situations.
So I'm like, okay, I guess he's not there. All right, whatever.
That's like Vince Carter. That's why he's still in the league, and you know he's gonna leave when he's ready. You know he could come. I'm sure he could come back another year if he wanted to. But I think he said this is last. But you know, you get that experience and stuff. And speaking of, you know, the Atlanta Hawks. You know, I gotta give a shout out to my guy Trae Young, who out there, you know, just doing his thing. In which I wouldn't say his nemesis, but the guy that's attached to his hip for the rest of his career,
Luka
Doncic. I got that, Luka Doncic. You can't say nothing about that, Doncic.
No argument.
But yeah, man, who do you think? In the end of the day, and I know I'm biased. I'm rocking with Trae. I'm telling this camera, I'm with you, Trae. We on the same team. But who you think at the end of the day gonna have the better career?
That's tough.
I don't think it is. Go ahead.
And I don't got my Adidas on today, but
I'm a fan of both of them. It's tough because I'm a real big fan of both of them. I think it's easy. It's one of the easier trades to say both teams won. Like the Hawks and the Mavs won that. Like Mavs got their franchise guy, Hawks probably got their franchise guy. Both talented. I don't know. I got Luka and Trae on fantasy teams. Like I don't even know.
Oh man.
I want to say Luka, but it's not easy. It's not easy. It's really close. Trae right now I think is like 5th in points per game and like 3rd in assists.
Yeah.
Like he's dominating. But I get some, you know, like empty stats vibes from him sometimes, where it's like putting up numbers and you're not winning. Now, granted, his team is not good right now outside of John Collins. They don't have a lot of help there. But Luka I thought what he did was impressive coming in and making the Mavericks a playoff contender right away. Like, you know, I don't think anyone expected to be that good last year.
No.
Them or him. Like, they expected him to be okay.
Yeah.
Not what he was doing triple-doubles wise. Yeah. This year, getting Porzingis, I think they expect him to be. I expect him to be like a 7 seed, 8 seed. They're fighting for a 2 seed right now. Yeah. They're in it.
And Porzingis is out right now.
Yeah, who was it? Porzingis. Yeah, he's missed like 6 games, I think. Yeah. So like, and they're still winning here and there. So they're there. They're just there. And Luka's 20. This guy's not even old enough to pick up a drink. Yeah. He's not even old enough to drink that. Yeah. That's just water. I'm just kidding. That's just water.
Yeah. It's not vodka water.
But like, he's not even old to drink, and he's just dominating this way. And I think that. You know, Mark Cuban is never going to let that guy go. He's like going to be like the next Dirk in terms of playing 20, 25 years or whatever it is. And I think the way he's elevated the Mavs from, you know, and transitioned from the end of Dirk. Like the end of Dirk could have been bad. It could have been sort of, you know,
like the Lakers.
Kobe, like where no offense, where you know it was like let's put off you know D'Angelo Russell's development for now and focus on Kobe, which he deserved it. Yeah. But they transitioned from Dirk's retirement so well right into Luka's. They're still a playoff team. It's like they didn't lose much, in terms of standings and all that. So I think Luka will probably be a better player when it's all said and done. It's close. It's really close. I'm a big Trae fan myself, but Luka's just. From day one, he's just been masterful. He's deceptively athletic. Like he's not the fastest guy on the court, but he's got a quick first step. He's a sneak dunker. Yeah, he's got the really deep step back. He's got the high. He's so fun to watch.
Yeah. The transition from Dirk era to now was smooth because Porz came back from his injury. He didn't play. Now he comes back this year, balling. But I gotta go with Luka, you know, and that's nothing against Trae. Trae's amazing. I mean,
absolutely.
He's a baller, hands down. I'm not gonna never argue with it. But Luka, by your standards, LeBron standards, Luka does it all. And so I have to go with him. He's a rebounder, he's an assist, he's a scorer. And he's commanding the whole team already. Like you said, fighting for a second seed in the West at 20 years old.
That's insane.
This is years and years of that to come. Along with Mark Cuban is pretty well known for being able to bring some guys in to build around you, etc. We haven't seen that right now with the Hawks team in years. Their front office hasn't been able to do that, and so I think Luka's in a better situation. Better situation, and then he just does more to where he'll have a better career.
See, and I think this is where, let me give my defense on my guy T.Y. Trae Young, but this is where I think it comes down to, because I agree with you all around. Right now, like points, rebounds, assists, you roll with Luka. Where I think it's gonna separate them, of course, who could win, who can win championships.
Yeah.
That's gonna separate them. Plus, who can become a defender? Who can, if Trae becomes a lockdown defender, then sure, you got, Luka got more rebounds or whatever. But if he could be a two-way player, then I have to go with Trae Young. And I think defense is something that, it's just effort. It's effort. And I think, like you gotta be in really good shape to go both ways. And I think when it comes to being in shape and, being able to move on both sides of the court, I think Trae Young has the advantage to be turned into a two-way player, even though it's really tough with so many possessions in the game. This, how it goes now, but I don't think Luka will ever be a defender. Like you said, he's not the most athletic. He's not as quick.
See, I think I'm on the opposite spectrum of that because Trae's small.
Trae's
small. He's
at the point.
I don't want to say he's like like Isaiah Thomas, but like he's a liability. Like teams will attack him, and good teams, especially in the playoffs. Who's got Trae?
Yeah,
throw the ball down there.
Yeah,
and that's where team defense comes in there. I think defense, he may be small, but it also comes down to, how much are you studying your opponent's tendencies? Like I've literally seen Patrick Beverley before the game sit in front of his locker. Now that's an example, but just like this guy has headphones on, he's locked in watching everything that this guy is doing. Whoever he's guarding tonight, he's just locked in. Like you can't even talk to this guy. He's just locked in the whole time, watching on an iPad. They got the big screen up in the locker room as well, and he's watching those. Like I think you just have to, if you commit to not just the offensive side, but studying your opponent's tendencies, night in and night out. Like it's hard to play teams on a night, different teams on a night-to-night basis, obviously. But you can study teams' tendencies, players' tendencies to know
things like that.
To know like a guy like Lou likes to go left and shoot. A guy like Trae likes to step back a lot. A guy like Luka likes to do this. Just stuff like that.
Right.
And then I think Luka has the advantage defensively for now because of his size. He's a big dude. Yeah. He's only 20. I don't know if he's even in the best shape right now.
That's what I'm saying. That was my point.
He still can, his body is not even filled out yet.
Ben's bodies don't finish developing until 23, 24, I think. Yeah. So he's still got 3 years of that. 4 years of that. So we'll see what it becomes. Maybe he grows. Maybe he gets more fit. Maybe he gets bulk. I don't know.
Bulks up in the offseason or something.
I don't think he needs it. But you
not
just never know.
Up, but I definitely tone and get, the season is long, man. I mean, I'm sure he's figuring it out last year.
Yeah.
But the season is way long. You see a lot of guys, Kuzma, we just have to talk about, a lot of guys say, man, let me pack on a little bit more muscle, slim down, and come back at it, stronger next year. And they always say they feel way more fit, and they feel like in the later stages of the season, they feel better than they used to.
Yeah, so I just think that you don't know what either are going to do. Like, is Trae going to commit to being a solid defender? Like, you don't even have to be a great defender. You have to be a non-liability. Yeah. Like, if you can be a non-liability, good. If Luka can develop to be a better defender, I think he has what it takes to be a better defender. We'll see if that's what it turns out to be. But those two are just so fun to watch.
Trae's going to be the better scorer.
By far.
And Luka's is going to have the better career. That's my.
I will say, I have a bit more fun watching Trae because of the long bombs that he throws up. Yeah. He can step for the logo and just pull.
It's fun to watch,
Oh, he's so fun. He's so fun.
And who is that?
Decision making goes to Luka right now, I want to say. Yeah.
Who is that? Somebody said Trae Young is better than Steph. I forget which ex-player
was it. Perkins?
Better than Steph.
Kendrick Perkins?
Pretty sure it was Perkins all over the place. Yeah, this is a good week for Big Perk. I'm a man. Yeah, but and I have to agree with at 20. well, obviously Steph was still in college or whatever, but 22-year-old Steph compared to 20-year-old Trae. But the game has changed so much.
I was going to say, like, when Steph came in, that wasn't the game. The game was mid-ranges were not frowned upon like it is now. Yeah. Deep threes were they ever taken like that?
No. Not deep threes, but the three ball was running. I mean, shout out to Frank, my guy Frank. He just did a whole little mini docu on that about the Suns. The Suns had the three ball going, but it wasn't the deep ball like Steph.
Frank Smith from ClutchPoints.
Yeah. So the three ball was already in motion during that Suns team, and that style of play was in motion. It hadn't caught on yet. It was just their style of play. Everybody talk about the 7 seconds or fewer.
Offense, the Suns. I remember that.
The Suns offense, but then Steph turned the deep ball into something that was okay.
Mm-hmm. Steph changed the game from being like the 3-point line is a 25-footer.
Yeah,
and he changed it from being a 25-footer to being a potential 30-footer.
Yeah.
And that opens so much more space. It's crazy how much more space that gives players. And like, look, Trae is probably better at 20 than Steph was at 20, but Steph changed the game. Steph changed the game, man.
Yeah, for sure.
He's incredible.
Steph made it hard. I say this, in the last 10 years, LeBron to me was the best player in the NBA in the last 10 years. That year Steph broke the record, 400 threes and stuff. That was the first time I started questioning. I was like, dude, like, because it was so different. I was like, is Steph the best player in the world? Like, he's unstoppable.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do with this guy? He could shoot it from. It was the same thing. Like, LeBron is so easy to go to the basket and hit a layup. It was so easy for him to hit a 3 from 40.
I love when people were like, "Oh, all Steph does is shoot threes. He can't go inside the paint." I'm like, come on, man. Come on. Like, Steph is an all-around machine.
He can do it, but it's just so easy from 40. Like it's an open shot for him.
And I think the crazier thing I think there was a 73 win year for them. I think.
Yeah, that was the layup.
He shot.
His threes were layups.
He made 5 threes per game, and he did it. I want to say on 45% shooting, something like that.
Yeah. Crazy,
close to 50. Like, that is astronomical.
Crazy.
Like,
never before seen. Easily the greatest shooter ever to touch a basketball. Excuse me.
Mm.
There's nobody we've ever seen anything close to that at all.
If you guys get a chance, like I went to the Warriors Clippers series, and I went to a couple Warriors practices, and I just watched Steph. The guy does not hit the rim.
No,
you have a chance to watch him.
Bottom of the net.
He does not hit, and it's like it was quiet when they were getting ready for media, and it's literally just net. Doesn't hit the rim. It does not hit the rim. I'm like, what the. What?
Yeah.
Like, how do you not hit the rim? Yeah. Not even once. I think it was 25 shots. It was all net, and I'm like, that is impressive.
Yeah,
that is, and it's like, so he's doing the step back, he's doing dribble in one.
Most of the memories out of this world.
It's really that's not talked about enough.
Yeah.
It's just insane. It really sucks to see him out the last couple of months. I was hoping for a big year from him.
Right.
Hopefully he can still have some good games when he comes back. But
it was definitely fun
the game
to watch.
needs Steph.
He would just throw it up and turn around and start running the backup court. It just drop in. Like,
it was lovely. He really had me like, I was like, damn. I was like,
when Nikki and I were going for Bron, it was tough to watch him just drain threes all the time.
It was hard. It was like, as soon as you see him throw it, you're like, he missed. Whoo.
The one over Kevin Love.
Oh my God!
I was like, "That's going in. It's going in." I'm like, "That's it. It's going in. It's going to be a tie game." And he missed, and I was like,
"It's a flick. That's it. No follow through needed or nothing." But no, like I said, you're an LA Clipper insider here at ClutchPoints.
Yes, sir.
And we've been talking basketball this whole time. I like your red Nike Just Do It shirt.
Thank you.
But. And then my black, I'm Fresno's very own. But this guy right here, the shirt's not that bad. But one thing I told him earlier, something I can't stand, and I don't have no problem with Niner fans. I'm neutral on my NFL team. But one thing I have a problem with, I really don't like the saying, "Bang bang Niner gang."
Bang bang Niner gang.
That's a saying.
That's the 2020 49ers slogan, and that's shout out to my man E40 who made the anthem there for us.
40, you my dog.
40 Water.
Goodness.
I seen him at the game yesterday with Ricky Waters.
It's Bang Bang Niner
Bang
Gang.
Bang Niner Gang. You know what I'm saying?
And see, I wish I
listen to the
was
song.
in your world.
Go listen to the
because
song.
My whole like feed is full of like every post I see is Bang Bang Niner Gang.
Yeah.
Bang Bang Niner Gang. Bang. And I'm like, come on, I don't even not like the Niners. I don't care if the Niners. I'm actually pulling for the Niners because that means it's gonna be some partying going on in California, and I'm not far from it.
Yeah.
So
we there.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem, but the Bang Bang. Oh my God.
I'll be
All right,
there.
just let me help you out here. Go on Twitter, go on your settings, just mute Bang Bang Niner Gang.
You can do that.
Yeah, you can mute just that line. So you still see Niner stuff.
I wouldn't do it.
Like if you don't want to see this guy's tweets anymore, just do that.
That's the only thing that's going to be going for the next couple weeks. Actually, by the time when is the Super Bowl? By the time the Super Bowl's over, that's all you're going to see on Twitter, man. Bang bang. We
I
out
can't
here.
imagine if y'all win the Super Bowl. I can't imagine
It's
like
insufferable.
yeah. I'm gonna just have to. I'm gonna have to do my LeBron impersonation and just no social media. It's like, I'm gonna just. Be,
I wish
Zero Dark 30.
Yeah, Zero Dark 30.
R.I.P. to John Witherspoon. I wish he was still here. He'd be perfect for the bang bang line.
Bang bang bang
Bang bang bang bang. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'll be at the game next week for the division NFC Championship game.
Packers or Seahawks?
Packers or Seahawks. Pick them. It doesn't matter because we're going to the bowl. We'll be in Miami. So yeah, I'll be at the game just to see how bad we beat them, man. And so again, shout out to E40 for the song.
A lot of
and
confidence.
yeah, hopefully I'll see you next week at the game, man.
I'm glad he said it on air.
All right,
That's
so if you come in let's say 2 weeks from now,
Right.
the Niners lost.
Right.
I can't.
Are you coming in if the Niners lose? Are you gonna be okay after a week?
Listen,
Do you need to recover?
I'm not concerned.
Okay.
I'm not concerned at all. I don't need recovery time. We can record that night. It
I'm
doesn't
gonna
matter
have
to me.
to, and I'm gonna start looking for a fill-in like ASAP because
You might need a feeling for the Super Bowl because I'll be there.
the Super Bowl. So
They're confident. I will say that Niners have looked really good. They
look amazing.
They are probably the pick to come out of there.
Yeah,
out of the NFC.
and I've tried to be calm and humble about it, but they
This is
continue.
calm and humble?
this is calm and humble.
No.
Bang, bang,
I said I tried. I've tried, but the disrespect has been at an all-time high. We've done what we've done all season, and people still just even yesterday. All these experts were picking the Vikings to beat us. Number 1 seed at home. They lost 3 games in the whole season, and everybody's like, Vikings are going to beat them.
I've
never seen the disrespect.
I don't think it's disrespect.
It's
I think
disrespect.
okay. So anyone who picked the Titans yesterday was disrespecting the Ravens.
No. That's different.
Why? It's a number 1 seed versus a number
6 seed. Mm-hmm. The Titans, their style of play, the Titans have been on a roll. And usually when you're on a roll this late in the season, it carries over.
Yeah.
None of that has happened for the Vikings.
Vikings won a couple games.
They won a couple games.
They weren't great. They were 8-6.
They had a chance to lock up their division. They blew it. Then they lost like 2 of their last 3. Like they didn't come into the postseason on a roll.
But you look at Niners had a week off.
Yeah.
Vikings had a ton of momentum coming off a game-winning touchdown. Just momentum has a lot to do with it. You said Titans running.
It does.
So I don't think it was disrespect. I think it's maybe this carries over. That's what I think it was.
I think there should have been more respect across the board. I think there should have been more people that said, you know what, the Niners have they literally gave no. There's pictures that I saw where everybody on the entire panel was like Vikings. How does nobody think the number 1 seed is going to win at home?
Wasn't this Garoppolo's first playoff game?
Mm-hmm. It was.
See, and
that's another thing. Like, how does he react to pressure? How does he react to the different game?
Was it the same thing for Kirk Cousins?
Was this his first game?
This is the first win was yesterday. I mean, the last week.
But
he's his first win,
games, hasn't he?
I don't remember if he did. If he did
last year,
I will say
that
whole this is the first game playoff is a little overblown.
Yeah,
but I think it does have something to do with it. It's not completely out of there. I think Lamar Jackson was probably feeling some pressure coming into the game, like coming off that bad Chargers loss last year. He was like, I know how I have to perform.
Yeah,
and maybe he was pressing a little too much.
Yeah, I mean, for me, not even just yesterday. It's been all season though. Even when they were undefeated to start the season, everybody says like, "No, they're nobody. I'm like, they have this historical defense going right now, and their offense is clicking. Even with no receivers at the time, then they made the trade for Emmanuel Sanders and it boosted things. But just throughout the season, they have not gotten the type of love or any kind of respect that I feel like they should have had.
Wouldn't you rather be that way? Where your team flies under the radar,
listen,
and then all of a sudden, boom, you're up there?
Loved it. We loved it. I watched the players bask in it.
So why'd you lose the humbleness? Why'd you lose the humbleness?
It was people like you. It was people like you talking to me, keep talking trash, and so I finally was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. I've been trying to be cool and calm about it.
Bang,
y'all
bang,
gonna get this work. So that's where I'm at right now. Bang, bang, Niner gang. We out here, Super Bowl ready.
So you brought this out. You're the reason. You're the reason he's saying
people
bang,
like
bang,
him.
And I think this is what I think happened, and this is what I think went on with the Niners this year. I told him that I do think I wouldn't call it disrespect. I would call it conservative. With your picks. We seen the LA Rams last year. Doing their thing. And then now they come back this year and don't even make the playoffs.
Well, they had a lot of injuries, dealt with a lot of injuries.
It's not the same.
They used Todd Gurley different. I think teams figured out their offense a bit. So it wasn't necessarily the same.
Yeah, and the Rams were built for a right now move. The Rams, they made all these trades and brought all these players in. That was like they went all in on winning last year. But anybody that knew football knew that it was not sustainable. They weren't going to be able to sustain that.
Jalen Ramsey?
Yeah, but what else was on the other side?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Like you
said.
Well, they were aging. I think at the corner position. I think they had to. Either pay. I think who was it? Was it Peters? It
was Marcus Peters and Aqib Talib. Talib went down. They shipped him out, and then
Brian Jalen.
And they traded Marcus Peters to bring in Jalen. But the Talib move was more about the money for cap next year to try to bring Jalen back. Either way it go, what they've done is not sustainable. It's not. You can't just bring in all these names. Trade all your draft picks away.
Here's the thing. I told you this earlier. They were a 50-yard field goal in Seattle away from making the playoffs and Seattle not making it. Mm-hmm. And then we saw, once your team gets in like the Titans, you never know what can happen.
Titans look scary, man.
I know it's a tough example.
What was the Rams' schedule? I mean, not their schedule, but their record to end the season. I think they lost more than that.
I want to say there was 7 what were they, 8 and
were they 8-8? I think they were 8-8 or 9-7. They were like 4 games away from making the playoffs because the Seahawks only lost 3 or 4 games as well.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna check the standings.
The Niners lost 3 games.
It was close.
The Niners lost 3 games. The Seahawks lost 4, and that's how the Niners, because we beat them on the last game of the season. That's how we got the number 1 seed.
It was close.
But the Rams needed to win out, and they lost 2 of their last games, I believe.
Mm-hmm. So the Rams finished 9-7. It looks like
9-7. Yeah. So they were still 3 games away from. They make that field goal. They still need to beat the Niners. They still need to. Who else they lose to? The Ravens.
They lost to the Niners on a field goal.
Yeah.
They should have beat them. I think they should have beat them at home. I think it was a close game too.
Yeah.
I mean, you said the stat about the one possession games.
Yeah, the one possession games. I saw a stat about if the teams had won their one possession game instead of losing them, what would their records be? And it was like the Dallas Cowboys would have been 12-4. The Niners still would have. The Niners would have still coincidentally still been like 11-5. So the Niners they close games this year, and to me, that's the difference between being in the playoffs and not. Can you close the games? Can you make those last second field goals or that last minute drive to win the game? And that determines everything.
So that's different between the Niners and the Cowboys.
Honestly, the Cowboys have a roster to beat 13-3, 12-4.
Just can't close.
They did not close.
Cowboys should have been better than they were.
They should have been way better.
All that matters is that they handed my Rams a butt whooping. Essentially ended their playoff hopes. So I'm not on the Cowboys train right now. I got a lot of friends who are Cowboys fans. We're talking a lot of shit. So when they went down, I was like,
I will say
that was the highlight of it.
I will say I love the hire they made. I like Mike McCarthy over there. I think that I think they're going to be a team to be a problem next year now. They brought in some veteran leadership in Mike McCarthy, a Super Bowl winning coach, and he took the season off.
Right.
After being fired, and he delved back into things, relearned what's new, what's happening right now, because that was an argument at the time between him and Aaron Rodgers was that it was outdated. His style of play was outdated.
So you put this laughable season that the Cowboys just had, you put this all on Garrett.
Yeah, they didn't have a leadership. They didn't have the leadership. The locker room was lost. I'm not saying it's just solely on Garrett. It's not solely on Garrett, but as the coach with a roster like that, it should have been way better. It should have had resulted in something totally different.
They had a great start.
Yeah. So yeah, he had a major role in it.
Yeah, but they were also facing like sub 500.
Yeah, trash.
They were
nobody. They were 0-6 versus over 500 teams until the Rams.
Yeah,
and now they were like an 8-5 team or 8-7 team or something.
Yeah, which they're basically like a 500 team.
Yeah. So I place a big blame on Garrett and his coaching staff because they couldn't reach them anymore. They lost them. Because there's no reason you should start out 3-0 and have the slide that they had. It's just, again, and their roster is built to win. Like they have a built to win roster.
And with you being a Niner fan,
right?
Like I said, I'm neutral with my NFL team, but with you being a Niner fan, shouldn't you understand my struggle with not liking this bang bang Niner gang thing? Just like y'all don't like Cowboys saying that they're America's team. Nobody want to hear that either. It's like y'all morphing into these guys.
No, I'm a Niner.
Saying don't do that.
I'm a Niner fan and I'm a realist. You know what I'm saying? The whole America's team, you can say whatever you want. That's your slogan. That doesn't bother me. But you also have to step up and prove that every week. You know what I'm saying? This bang bang Niner gang thing, this has been our season.
So it's for this year.
To me, this is a slogan for this year. They have the song for this year.
It's like the Warriors Believe team. This is the bang bang Niner gang. That's good because if y'all bad next year, I don't have to hear.
And they won't be bad because they actually built it, from the ground. It was built organic. The team was built organically from the ground up. Came in, gutted the roster, started over, and so they're good on their contracts. They have some people leaving, some names that we might lose in offseason, but we also have names that's coming in. We have draft cap. We have money over here, so we're in a good position. That's why I say it's not the same as the Rams. The Rams are cap strapped, trying to figure out how to keep one player at a time, and then they're just trading all their first round draft picks all the time just to bring a player in for right now. And so they've kind of like cornered themselves a little bit. Because this year they struggled, and next year I can't see Gurley possibly having to be a cap casualty at $15 million. Somebody's gonna have to leave next year. You're not gonna be able to afford them all, and you're not gonna be able to pay Jalen Ramsey if you don't. So it's some things coming. I don't think the Rams get better next year. I think the Cowboys get better, and I think the Niners stay on the course that they're on.
Oh, so you think bang bang Niner game for the next 2 years is what you're saying?
I don't know what our slogan will be next year.
If I could.
Yeah.
Slogans as a Laker fan.
Yeah.
What do you think of the whole Clippers one? The way they're marketing their team, LA our way. We
LA
our
way.
Yeah. See, that's their slogan for this year. I don't really know. I think the Lakers are just so far above all that. Like, you can come up with whatever slogan you want. For them, it's just championship or bust. I don't really know what kind of slogan.
It's also championship or bust for the Clippers too. Right now.
It's not the same.
It's not the same because there's not a large LA Clipper fan base like the 49ers.
And the Laker brand is just
ridiculous.
And that's what I'm saying. Their brand is their brand. They don't. The slogan knows it.
LA our way though. Yeah, LA our way.
But as a Laker fan, do you look at it? Because I've seen a lot of Laker fans like, LA our way, just mocking it like that.
No, I mean, again, that's your. I think every team has something usually.
I mean, if they sharing a city with the Lakers, they need to have their own way as well.
Yeah, LA our way. I don't have a problem with it. That's their
soon.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's legit LA their way. Because it's the Clippers. It's their own little thing. They have to. They've been on a constant tear of trying to create their own little image, little pocket inside LA. Mm-hmm. I don't have a problem with it. That's what you call it, and that's what you call it. I'm not against it.
I know we're not big on the regular season, especially you as a Laker fan, but Clippers have dominated the Lakers over the last couple of playoffs,
and that's cool. That's cool. Again, they dominate the Lakers, but they haven't dominated anything else. They haven't won a championship.
They haven't dominated Clutch Sports because we here now. It's what Clipper Darryl say? It's a new era.
It can be completely lopsided head to head. And it's still going to be lopsided in the banners.
I'm looking for the stat because I think they've won 28 of the last 30 or something like that.
And it still doesn't change the Raptors.
It's pretty bad.
What the Raptors say what they say. We've dominated.
Right, so NBA. You're not even focused on the regular season then.
No, okay. I mean, it is what it is. We lose games in the regular season, like you said. It is what it is. My whole thing, and all the Lakers, like you said, the brand is just championship. Like, these games during the season are fun. It's cool to try to have banter and see where we stand.
It's fun.
If it's not a championship, like the whole season is just lost.
I think the Clippers are in that position too because they got.
They finally are.
Look, they have Kawhi and PG for 2 years until they're free agents.
Yeah.
Now I personally don't believe they're going to leave. Kawhi's not buying a San Diego home. to leave, and a condo across the street from Staples Center.
Yeah.
You're not buying those two to leave. Mm-hmm. Paul George didn't just buy, I think it was DeAndre Jordan's mansion in Malibu or Palisades. You're not buying that to leave after 2 years.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't think the pressure is as much as like some people are saying, like, they have to win in 2 years or have to do something. Nah. But you also can't screw around.
Right.
So it's championship or bust.
As we see with
it's
Kawhi.
Championship or bust. Yeah, you gotta. We know whoever loses, the overreaction is going to be insane.
Absolutely.
If it's the Lakers who lose, it's going to be, what happened with LeBron's washed. Should they resign AD? All this other crap about it. And if they lose, it's Clippers stay the little brother. Mm-hmm. Paul George playoff P. Doesn't show up for the playoffs. It just. The storylines are going to be insane. I know that.
Either way it go, they're both in LA, and LA is just the market is just unbelievable.
Hopefully they meet in the conference finals because that is going to be crazy. Like,
man, can you imagine the travel for the conference finals with Lakers Clippers? I got to travel all the way to Staples Center back and forth.
Well, the way the Clippers
that'd be so much fun.
The way the Clippers are playing, it might not be the conference finals. They could meet them in the second round.
I mean,
because they won't be on separate. But
that's true.
A playoff matchup in which they play each other would be great. I'm going home every night, regardless.
So, man,
that's exactly that's what I'm happy about.
Yeah.
That either way, home or road, I'm coming to practice.
Home is home, road is road.
7 games in Staples Center.
That'd be so much fun. That'd be so much fun.
Just fill up the floor. That's all they gotta do.
Flip the floor, cover the championship banners real quick.
I will say it's gonna be like 7 Laker home games.
It is.
Yeah.
But I will say Clipper fans have showed up this year. Like the opening night game, Kawhi got booed.
Those are actually Warrior fans that just
came down south.
Yeah. That's them. They don't have anything to cheer about.
Nothing else to do.
People are getting mad. They're getting pulled over by cops, and they giving them tickets to the games, and people are upset about you wasting my time to give me these tickets. So they'll take that drive. It's not that bad.
Oh my God! Did you see that? There was like this meme a couple years ago about Browns tickets. I'm sure Nick has seen this, where like Halloween candy was like people were putting out alerts like be careful, be careful this Halloween season. People are putting out Browns tickets in your bags. Like there's some evil people out there, and it's like 2 Browns tickets. It's like damn. They were like, 1 in 31 in those 2 year stretch? Yeah. And they were like, be careful, some evil people out there putting out Browns tickets.
Get these tickets to these kids. Ruin their life.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
That was funny.
Well, but, yeah, man. So, man, we appreciate you stopping by, man. I know we probably held you up a little bit longer.
No, it's cool.
At my time.
It's cool.
We keep on talking about time, but we get to going and going.
We're good.
So, before I let you go.
Okay.
No, I might as well keep the same 3. I'm going to do things. Start one, bench one, cut one. You know who the 3. Mike Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James.
I would have won with the one. I would have won with both the Clippers. I would have won with Kawhi and PG, but all right.
I knew this would be a thought.
Okay, so I didn't watch Jordan growing up. It wasn't my time. So...
Then Jordan's cut automatically.
No. So, having said that, having watched LeBron growing up, I would say, and where they rank all time, start LeBron, bench Jordan, cut Kobe.
See,
I'm sorry.
I knew you,
but I just think those are 3 really great players. If I had to pick the 3 like that, LeBron got me into basketball. He's arguably second best player of all time, maybe the best. Yeah. Jordan, the best, and then Kobe. He's incredible, a great scorer. My friends gonna hate me for saying this. I know which 2 in particular are gonna hate me, but yeah, I gotta go LeBron. Start LeBron, bench Jordan, and then cut Kobe. Sorry, Kobe.
See, man, I knew you was my guy. I could see we was vibing, man.
I got you.
We both think this bang bang Niner game thing is.
I'm not super against it. I think it's a little extra.
This is ridiculous.
It's extra.
No, because we blowing people backs out right now, so it's okay. I'll take it.
This PG over. Blowing backs out. This is a PG show.
Ask the Vikings how they feel right now. Kirk Cousins, you like that?
Woo! Oh man, on that we gonna get out of here because it's gonna get ugly in here.
Yeah.
Told me if you want to shout out your
handles,
Twitter handle and Instagram and all that.
Yeah, you guys can follow me at Tomer Azarly. That's TOMERAZARLY on Twitter and Instagram. I love engaging with fans. Love engaging with some of the haters as well. It's always fun. It's always fun. It's tough to resist sometimes because you got to keep it professional.
Yeah.
But also there's some people who are just asking for it.
Yeah.
So you got to engage sometimes. Follow along. Read some of my work. Engage with me. I love that stuff. And
yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me on.
Yes, sir, man. Anytime. Hopefully this ain't the last.
I hope it's not the last.
Yeah, definitely.
Remember, if you need a replacement for Super Bowl.
He's going to need one for NFC Championship. Matter of fact, I'm gonna call in from the game. I'm gonna call in with E40 on the line, and we'll talk about it from there.
You guys do a little FaceTime live there.
The Bay Niners.
Mark, I'm here at Miami Dolphin Stadium. My Niners are getting killed.
Yeah, we gotta set that up. Crying, and we want the tears and everything. You just gotta keep it real.
We're gonna make that go viral.
That's definitely.
Tears of joy.
We'll see. But yeah, once again, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. This is A Minute Till 6. I'm your host, Mark Haynes. You can find me at MH The Champ on Instagram and Twitter.
And it's your boy, Chris Perry. You can find me at Chris.Perry Sr. That's Chris.Perry SR.
It's A Minute Till 6.
We out.